Oficial de la Educación Escolar y Meduca presenta las teleclases para estudiantes de media en Conéctate con la Estrella.
Do you know that Panama is home to the most diverse wildlife population of all the countries in Central America? Welcome, new generation leaders. This is your teacher, Mrs. Ayala. I invite you to take notes and explore this interesting topic with me, ecology. During this topic, you are going to practice some vocabulary words, and you are going to watch a video sent by our friends Andrea and Mafre from Mexico, and also you are going to practice some grammar structure. This topic is the number 5 from the prioritized curriculum, and it will be divided in 2 parts. We have the first part today, and we are going to practice the adjective, the use of adjective, and next week is the second part where you are going to practice the use of modals. So I invite you to don't miss these lessons. Before to begin, let's review the objective for this lesson. Pay attention.
One of the most important scientific topics is ecology. Look at the objective for this lesson: to recognize the importance of ecology in our country. The destruction of the global environment is a result of human activity. Look at the objective number 2, to value the diversity of ecosystems in Panama. Effective new generation involvement in learning from our mistakes to preserve what is left is a part of our responsibility. Are you ready to get started? Go ahead.
Did you like it? Great. This is what we can do using technology and all resources that we can find online. So let's practice some vocabulary words that you will see during the lesson. Endangered species. This is an animal or plant, or we call it endangered, when they are so few alive in the planet. And ecosystem diversity. It is the variety of different ecosystems within an area. It is not the diversity of species of an ecosystem. Extinction, it is the dying out or disappearance of a species from Earth. Remember, a species is a group of organisms that has common characteristics. Animals are not the only thing that can be extinct. Plants can die off too. The next word is conservation. Conservation, of course, comes from to conserve, to preserve, to protect, to save, to maintain. So this is the opposite of destroy. Species diversity, it is defined as a number of species, an abundance of each species that live in a particular location. Global warming is a process that causes the average temperatures on air. Pollutants, these are substances that pollute the environment, especially gases from vehicles and some chemicals that are produced as wastes of industrial processes. Renewable resource is a result which can be used repeatedly, replaced naturally. Renewable energy, for example, solar energy, the power that is heat from the sun, and it cannot run out. For example, the oxygen, fresh water, solar energy, etc. Drought. This is a type of natural calamity that occurs in an area that is left of rain for months or even years. Okay, deforestation is the clearing or cutting down a forest. Biodiversity refers to every living thing, including plants, bacteria, animals, and humans too. Scientists have estimated that there are around 8.7 million species of plants and animals in the world. Decompose is to post something like dead plants or the body of dead animal to be slowly destroyed and broken down from natural process, chemical, etc. Now guys, I want you to pay close attention to our friend Andrea and Manfred from Mexico. Listen very close the conversation, please. This is about ecology. Pay attention.
Hi, I am Andrea, and today I'm going to talk about ecology. Ecology is the study of the relationships between living organisms, including humans, and their physical environment. The main aim of ecology is to understand the distribution of biotic factors like animals, plants, and humans, and the abiotic factors like soil, temperature, water, and sunlight. I heard that Panama is a wonderful country, and that is home of many different ecosystems and has an amazing amount of biodiversity. Oh, it's my friend Manfred. She will help me to find out more about Panama. Hi Manfred, it's nice to see you again. Can you tell me more about biodiversity and ecosystems in Panama?
Hi Andrea, sure. Well, Panama is home to a lot of species of plants, animals, fungi, and so many microorganisms. A couple of common ecosystems in Panama are tropical islands, tropical dry forests, and mountain forests.
Oh, Panama sounds amazing. And to preserve the ecosystem, we should choose sustainable development and don't send our chemicals into waterways. Of course, we shouldn't waste our water.
Yeah, we should walk or ride a bike instead of just using our cars. Also, I think it's super important that we recycle and use sustainable energy.
I agree with you, and thank you so much for helping me.
No worries. It's been nice talking to you. See you. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, Andrea and Manfred, for such a wonderful conversation about the ecosystem in Panama. You honor us with your words. So during that conversation, guys, they mentioned about the biotic factors and abiotic factors. So the biotic factors refer to all the living things or living beings present in an ecosystem. And the abiotic factors refers to all the non-living things. For example, temperature, luminosity, salinity, sunlight, etc. And chemical agents like different gases, minerals, nutrients, present in the earth, water, soil, etc., in the ecosystem. So let's practice. You are going to drag the elements to each group, which is biotic and which are abiotic factors. Ready? Jellyfish. Good. Yes. Temperature. Biotic. Mammals. Great. Microorganisms. Yeah, biotic. Plants. Biotic too. Rain. Abiotic. Reptiles. Yeah, biotic. Insects. Biotic. Water. Abiotic. Soil. Abiotic. Sunlight. Abiotic too. So, great job, guys. Very good. Now, guys, we are going to spill the wheel. This is about what they said, okay? Let's see, you have the answer. 25 points if you answer correctly. Biodiversity refers to A, B, or C, all the different type of living things, dead things, or only the human being. A, very good, all the different type of living things, correct. Keep going. Now 100 points if you answer correctly. Ecology, what is it? Study of all different type of living things, tropical islands, tropical dry forests, and tropical mountain forests, or the study of the relationship between living organisms, including human and their physical environment. What do you say? A, B, or C? C, correct. Excellent, C. You have 125 points now. Okay, for 75 points, these are examples of biotic factors. A, soil, temperature, water, and sunlight. B, A, water, deers, cow, and river. And C, animal, plants, and humans. What do you say? C, animal, plants, and humans. Very good. Let's keep spinning the wheel. For 250 points, guys. Panama is a wonderful country, and that is home of A, marine life to migrate from east to north. B, many different ecosystems and has an amazing biodiversity. Or C, a few wildlife. B, correct. Many different ecosystems and has an amazing biodiversity. Well done, guys. Let's continue. For 50 points. Common ecosystems in Panama are A, tropical islands, tropical dry forests, and mountain forests. B, the cold and the dry season. C, a few marine life. What do you say? A, tropical islands, tropical dry forests, and mountain forests. Perfect. Now, 500 points more. To preserve the ecosystem, what do we need to do? A, we should waste water. B, we shouldn't waste water. C, we should use our cars instead of walking or riding a bike. What is the correct answer? B, we shouldn't waste water. Perfect. Now it's time to select your prize, guys. What do you want? A travel, a pet, or a box? A pet. Oh, great. Congratulations, guys. Perfect. Now, guys, it's time to pay close attention. We are going to read together about the ecosystem and biodiversity in Panama. Pay attention to these Reading, please.
Ecosystems and biodiversity in Panama. Panama is home to many different ecosystems and has an amazing amount of biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to all the different types of living things, plants, animals, etc. in a certain area. In Panama, a few hectares may be home to more species of plants, fungi, animals, and microorganisms than all the United States and Canada combined. Why do you think Panama has so much biodiversity? Well, over 3 million years ago, Panama rose up through volcanic activity and created a bridge between North America and South America. This allowed land and marine life to migrate from north to south and south to north. For this reason, many people call Panama the biological corridor. In Panama City, there is a whole museum dedicated to the biodiversity in Panama called Biomuseum. A couple common ecosystems in Panama are tropical islands, tropical dry forest, and tropical mountain forest. There is plenty of wildlife, both on land and in the water. Let's start with the islands. Two of my favorite islands region in Panama are San Blas and Bocas del Toro. These are both found on the Caribbean side of the country and have beautiful clear water, white sand, palm trees, and a lot of marine life. The rural Los Santos region of Panama, Tonosí, is mostly made of tropical dry forest. It is called this because the ecosystem has huge changes between the wet and the dry season. In the wet season, around May to December, it rains almost every day. The landscape is lush and green. In the dry season, around December to April, there can be droughts to the land turns from green to brown, like most places in Panama. There is a lot of wildlife. Whenever we go to Tonosí, I always see monkeys playing in the trees and have seen a lot of snakes, lizards, and spiders there too. One of my favorite cities in Panama is called Boquete. It is in a tropical mountain forest. While there are still wet and dry seasons, the land does not dry up as much as in the tropical dry forest. Boquete and other tropical mountain forests in Panama are amazing for hiking, seeing waterfalls, bird watching, and swimming in rivers. Volcan Barú, the highest point in Panama, is found in the region. Another great thing about the tropical mountain forests of this region is the coffee growth. The volcanic soil and proper amount of rainfall help produce some of the best coffee in the world.
Excellent, guys. I hope you could pay attention. Remember that you can read again this article if you access into my YouTube channel, TEL-MrsAyala, or you watch the website, the CERTV website. Now, let's see if you paid attention. Okay, Panama is a country with a lot of biodiversity because A, B, or C? What do you think? C, yeah, Panama rose up through volcanic activity. Excellent. Okay, the common ecosystems in Panama are tropical islands, both, or tropical dry forest. B, that's correct, both. Tropical islands and tropical dry forest. That's correct. The ecosystem in Los Santos is A, tropical islands, tropical mountain forest, or C, tropical dry forest. C, correct. Tropical dry forest, correct. Oh, we have a special guest here. Boquete and other tropical mountain forests in Panama are amazing for A, hiking, B, swimming in the beach, or C, eat seafood. A, hiking, that's correct. A, hiking, correct. Let's see the next one. Biodiversity refers to all the different type of living things, B, only the human beings, or C, dead things. A, correct. All the different type of living things. Congratulations, guys. Great job. You're excellent. So guys, now it's time to practice a little bit grammar. And today we are going to practice descriptive adjectives. Have you heard about that before? Yeah, adjectives are words that modify a noun or a pronoun. In other words, they describe a person, place, or thing in a sentence. Adjective usually comes before the noun. Okay, look at the example. The small rabbit jumped over the white fence. So, small is an adjective that describes the noun rabbit, and white is an adjective that describes the noun fence. So the adjective enrich the description of people, things that we are talking about. They enable the listener or reader to form a mental image of a person or object being described to them. As you could listen during the reading about the ecosystems and biodiversity in Panama. So consider some adjectives that you are familiar with. Can you mention some of them? Good. Bad. What else? Young, old, big, small. That's correct. Thank you. So they are the most commonly used adjective. So the use of this adjective have a specific function by describing a different aspect of the noun. For example, good and bad describe the noun's opinion. Old and young describe the noun's age. And big and small, as you mentioned, describe the noun's, tell me? Size, correct. So the good news, guys, is that adjectives in English are quite simple because compared with other languages, the adjectives take like a different form depending on whether the noun is modified. If that is singular or plural, if that is female or male, or both. But in English, there are not such as complications. They are always the same. So what happens when we want to describe with more than one adjective to a noun? We don't want to annoy our listener with redundant sentences when we are speaking or writing. Look at this example. It is a tall horse, or it is a healthy horse, it is a young horse. Imagine we are talking about the same horse, so the listener will be so bored because you have 3 sentences for the same. So we can, in one line, we can describe the noun, so it will be more concise. Like in this example, it is a tall, healthy young horse. So using more than one adjective in a sentence enhances and significantly reduces for those who are writing or talking, so they can read carefully. But you have to take into account that the adjectives, they have a specific order. So I want to give you a tip using this acronym OSASCOM, so you can remember the order of the adjective using this acronym. O for opinion, S for size, A for age, S for shape, C for color, O for origin, M for material, P for purpose. OSASCOM. There is another here, order, NOSASCOM. Here we have number first, few, many, one. We have opinion, delicious, lovely, horrible. Size, large, small, tiny. Age, young or new. Shapes, rectangular, circular, round. Color, red, green, white. Origin, American, Chinese, etc. And material, leather, ceramic, plastic. So we are going to review some of them. First, I want to tell you that we never have a sentence that describes one noun with 10 adjectives. That will be a sentence, very long sentence, right? Actually, a sentence that use more than 3 adjectives to describe a noun, it is barely found. So we are going to know a little bit about each type in the right order. So if we need to use it in a row. So the first one that I want to mention is adjective of opinion. They are always first and followed by any other factual description of the noun. Some examples are good, bad, lovely, strange, as I mentioned before, beautiful, etc. We have an adjective of size or adjective of measurement. Can tell us about the size, the height, the length, and weight of a person or a thing. Some of the most common adjectives or measurement are big, small, huge, enormous, short, tall, long, heavy, light. We have the adjective of age. So here describe how old a person or a place or thing is. We have to be careful because there are some adjectives of age that are used to describe only people, and some are used only for things, and a few are used for both. For example, young, youthful, elderly, for people, and for things, new, for describe both old or ancient. Now we have an adjective of shape. It describes objects, for example, a square, rectangular, oval. However, there are many words that describe a shape of objects that we see all around us, but they are used less frequently. For example, flat, straight, twisted, etc. Here we have an adjective of color. They include the name of colors itself, like red, blue, yellow, purple, black. We have also the adjective of origin. So remember the order. We are practicing the order: opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, and purpose. So this is very, very important. And remember that the adjective comes before a noun. Don't forget it, please. So we usually use to describe where something comes from. So they refer to a specific country or region. When we use a country as an adjective, like American, British, Panamanian, Korean, we capitalize the adjective. But those adjectives that refers to a general region like Eastern, etc., they are not capitalized. We have adjective of materials. It tells us what something is made of. For example, wooden table, a plastic chair, a paper or steel railroad track. Last in the order of adjective are the adjective of purpose. They tell us what something is for. For example, a sleepy bag or a shopping cart. So now let's put all the information about the different adjectives together and practice with this quiz. Which of the following is an adjective of material? Tall, thin, wood, straight. B, right. Sealed, that's correct. Number 2, which of the following is an adjective of size? Long, beautiful, intelligent, round. A, very good. Long, excellent. Let's see the next one. Complete the sentence using the correct adjective order. I bought an old, beautiful, square, gray or dirty truck. What do you think? Yeah, C, correct. C, very good, great truck. Now let's see this. Remember the acronym of SASCOM. The O for opinion, S for size, A for age, S for shape, C for color, O for origin, M for material, and P for purpose. So guys, choose the correct adjective order. A big, fantastic old house, an old, big, fantastic house, a fantastic big house, or a fantastic big old house. What do you think? D, very good. A fantastic old big house. Congratulations. The last one. Choose the correct adjective order. A clean pink polka dot sweater, a pink clean polka dot sweater, a polka dot clean pink sweater, or a polka dot pink clean sweater. What do you think? A, very good. A clean pink polka dot sweater, correct. The assignment for today, guys, is to write an article about the diversity of ecosystem in Panama and possible ideas to conserve it. Where you're gonna write your article? In your blog. Remember that you created a blog in a previous class. If you haven't done this, there is a tutorial here that you can watch and on how to create your blog. Remember the diversity of ecosystems in Panama and possible ideas to conserve it. This is the link, or you can scan the code with QR code, remember? Reader, QR code reader, okay? QR code reader, you can download this reader to scan this code. That is very important. So guys, you need to, this is a step that I suggest you to follow. First, you have to search and read about the topic. And then it's important for you to write or answer the WH question, get the facts about the topic, write like a draft. But you have to answer the WH question words when you are trying to write your article or building your article, the who, the what, the when, the where, the why, and it will help you to start writing. And also remember, there isn't a conclusion. You have to first start by writing the introduction of the topic. For example, an ecosystem is made of, and you can continue as an introduction, and remember the body of your article and also the conclusion. As an example, an ecosystem health depends on. So you can organize your ideas and follow the structures to have a wonderful article and upload into your blog. Here you have the headline, that is the catching of the reader's attention. And you need picture also to illustrate your article. And also guys, don't forget to write your byline. In that space, you can include your name. That's the name of the author of that article. So remember guys, stay tuned. We have created this blog for you where we have all the presentation from 7 to 12. And also you can join us in Microsoft Teams. We have a team here for you. And also remember, I upload all these lessons to my YouTube channel, TEL-MrsAyala. You can find all the lessons there. And also you can find all this video on Certificate website. Here guys, remember, you have to protect yourself, be healthy against this virus that is affecting many people. So wash your hands frequently, don't touch your face, keep the distance, wear your face mask. Don't forget it, that is very important. Our special thanks to the Magister Daira Creighton and also to all these sponsors that made this lesson possible for you guys. And special thanks to Instituto Plancarte Morelia for the amazing videos that they are sending to me for this lesson. Thank you so much. I want to share this with you. Every day is a gift. That is why it is called the present. Let me repeat that again. Every day is a gift. That is why it is called the present. Don't forget it. And see you guys. Thank you for your participation, for all your effort, and keep going. See you next week with more lesson 4 10th grade. Goodbye.